Hello, Vidyan thinks his new eviction moratorium may be doomed. Here's why he's trying to anyway. On Tuesday, President Joe Biden announced a new policy that even he appears to believe will be struck down by the Supreme Court. Biden spoke at a press conference Tuesday afternoon shortly before the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention issued a new order imposing a moratorium on certain eviction. The CDC's new order is substantially similar to previous eviction moratorium that expired at the end of July but with one exception. Both are the old moratorium and the new one apply to people who are experiencing financial hardship and unable to pay their rent, and both orders are intended to prevent people from losing their homes and becoming more likely severe virus as a result. But the new order only applies to individuals who live in a country experiencing substantial or high rates of community transformation levels of virus. Two lawyers ordered to pay legal fees for Dominion voting system other in election suit. A judge ordered two Colorado lawyers to pay legal fees to Dominion voting system Facebook and other named in their class action lawsuit. They alleged the 2020 presidential election was rigged against former President Donald Trump, the Associated Press reported. Federal magistrate Judge Anne Reid Neutrious ruling will also require the lawyers Gary D. Fielder and Ernest J. Walker to pay the legal fees of defendants Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook's founder and elected official in four swing states that were included in their lawsuit. There was previously dismissed. Their suit was based on the theories and lies perpetrated by Trump and his supporters that the election which certified President Joe Biden's win was stolen. Dominion voting system in Denver became involved in some of the conspiracies. UK and Germany don't have power to fight China, state media says. The editor of China's Communist Party tabloid has warned German and British warship against taking willful action during their developments to Asia, suggesting the maneuvers could undermine their government's relation with Beijing. German official waved off the country's frigate Varian on Monday as it set off on a tour of the Indo-Pacific region at the end of the year. The warship will become the first German naval vessel to pass through the South China Sea in nearly 2 decades. Variant's development came days after the arrival in the region of the Royal Navy's Queen Elizabeth Carrier Strike Group, which passed through the contested water and is now in the Western Pacific. The presence of European militaries in Asia is seen by some as a commitment to collective security in the region as well as support for the principle of lawful navigation through critical sea lanes in international waters. South Africa's election body to seek daily in local election. South Africa's Electoral Commission will on Wednesday apply to the Constitutional Court for municipal election to be postponed from October after an inquiry recommended a daily because of the virus pandemic. Commission Chair Glenn Machinini told a news conference that all necessary documents had been prepared for the application and a new date would be set to hold the election before the end of February. Tentatively, the last Wednesday of the month, The municipal election will test the electorate sentiment following the virus pandemic and unrest triggered by the jailing of former President Jacob Zuma after he failed to appear before an anti-corruption inquiry. It was not immediately clear what impact a delay would have on the outcome of the election. The governing African National Congress is widely expected to win them through the unrest has highlighted frustration with its achievements. All parties stalling of ATF nominees speaks volumes to their complete refusal to tackle crime spike. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki told reporters on Wednesday she is disappointed that Republican senators are moving in lockstep to block the confirmation of former Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms and Explosive Agent David Chiefman, President Joe Biden's nominee to serve as the ATP's next director. Psaki asked the president is going to lobby support for Chiefman among members of the Senate declined to read out any private conversation Biden has with legislators but added that we knew that would not be easy. ATP has not had confirmed director in 6 years and only one confirmed director since the position became Senate confirmable. So we have been eyes wide open into the challenge from the beginning. She continued, but we are disappointed by the fact that many Republicans are moving in lockstep to try to hold up his nomination and handcuff the chief federal law enforcement agencies tasked with fighting gun crimes. Wildfires threaten California communities on new financial front. Years of destructive wildfires are leaving millions of Californians at risk for losing their homeowners insurance, underscoring fears that climate change could soon make parts of the country uninhabitable for financial reasons that could lead to devastating effects for local communities across the state. In California, insurers are saying sorry, we don't insure your area anymore, said Carmen Balvir, executive director of Consumer Watchdog, a California based advocacy group. The health guard against insurers letting policies expire through non renewals. California passed a bill in 2018 banning insurance companies for dropping consumers in fire zones from policies for 1 year after wildfires. The statute protected about 2.4 million policyholders last year, according to the California Department of Insurance. Transportation infrastructure bill inches through Senate as Schumer pledges to stay until it passes. A $1 trillion bipartisan infrastructure bill was crawling through the Senate on Wednesday as Majority Leader Chuck Schumer pledged to delay the chamber's August break until it passes. The Senate will resume votes on multiple amendments to the plan on Wednesday afternoon. The New York Democrats said Schumer aims to approve the final legislation this week before he starts the process for Democrats to pass a separate $3.5 trillion investment in social programs and climate measures. The Senate is scheduled to leave for its month-long recess on Monday. The chamber appears unlikely to approve both the infrastructure plan and budget resolution which allows them to approve their spending plan without Republican votes before then. Schumer on Tuesday said the Senate is going to stay here until the finish hour or on both. Missouri's Republicans have called for a slower process of debating and changing the bill. Military leader Mitch McConnell argued said he would have blocked a potential Schumer attempt to end debate on the legislation if he tried to take the step Tuesday.